My name is Rebecca and this is where I'm starting again. Hi, if you found this channel, welcome. My name is Rebecca. I'm a 45-year-old mum of 3 and for nearly 2 decades I've been building an e-commerce fashion business. From the outside in, it looked like I had the dream life, and in a lot of respects, this was a dream for me. From a very young age, I dreamed of having a fashion business, and it was the biggest privilege to be able to run a fashion business for almost 2 decades. But life has a way of humbling us and reminding us nothing is ever forever. And over the past few months, I've said goodbye to that business. In March this year, I said goodbye to the business, my marriage, a family home that I brought 3 children into for 17 years, and the future that I'd planned and dreamed of. I had to say goodbye to that as well. I'm still very much in the messy middle. This has all happened in the last 6 months, so I'm still navigating it. And after closing the business, it felt like a huge weight had come over me. It felt like everything had been stripped away from me, and it was a lot. I think the purpose of this YouTube channel isn't about pretending life is perfect. It's about what happens after everything falls apart. I feel like many people document after or before, or hypothesize over what happens if I lost everything. And this is the story of losing everything and being in the messy middle. It's about rebuilding. It's about finding purpose again. It's about creating a beautiful life, not one that simply looks successful from the outside. I've spent over 20 years designing products, building brands, traveling the world, working with manufacturers, growing businesses, making mistakes, starting over, and learning more lessons that I could ever fit into just one video. But lately I've realized that the most valuable things haven't been just about fashion. It's been about resilience. It's about getting back up when you're being told that your situation is hopeless and still fighting the fight. It's about putting one step in front of the other each day. It's about having the courage to do that. And this first video is really about having courage to step up to the starting line again for something else, something I hadn't imagined. And I think when you start a business and you create a little bit of a bubble, because you create the ideal workplace that you want to be in, you create the environment that you want to be in. And I think something that in my eyes has been to the fact that now that you're 45 and you're existing in a fashion industry, that's deemed old. And I do not feel old, and I do not think 45 is old. I really don't think that women have an expiry date, and I don't believe that our best years are behind us because you've turned 30, 40, 50, 60, or even 70. And I think YouTube has been a great place to showcase this. And I love watching YouTube channels of people living their best lives despite life throwing things at them. And this is what I want to build as well. I believe it's going to be about rebuilding. Maybe you've gone through divorce. Maybe you've lost a business. Maybe you've lost your career, which it seems to be happening a lot with the changes that are happening in the world at the moment. Maybe you're entering midlife, wondering if this is really it. And I want you to know something, not because I have everything figured out. Clearly, when I'm sitting in the messy middle of losing just about everything, I want to give you a visualization of what the last 6 months have looked like. For me, I think back to the ocean because I love water, and I feel like I've been in this ocean and the waves have been crashing over me one after another, and I'm on this rickety small life rafter, and all I've managed to pull out of that wreckage of the ocean has been my children, my mental strength, and my health that's hanging by a thread as well. So they are three of the biggest pillars. And that is what, when everything is stripped back, has made me realize that those three things are the most important things. I do want you to know something. Not because I have everything figured out, but because I believe there's power in walking the journey together. And I think I constantly have been searching for somebody else walking a similar journey. And I think you find bits of yourself in other people's stories, but not all elements add up to be your story. And that can be incredibly lonely walking that journey. And I believe there's power in walking the journey together. I think friends that have surrounded me and lifted me up during this time, I will forever be grateful. And even if there's one person watching this video and feels a little less alone, then pressing record was worth it today. I'm rusty on video making. I used to do it a lot for our business, but I have had a little break and I am rusty. So please bear with me. And I have our video editing going, you need to not say you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. So I am a little rusty. And this is what beginning again is. You know, you are a little rusty. Nothing is perfect. I just want to say thank you for being here. I'm excited to see where this journey takes us. Let's build something together. But I do want to remind you, it's not too late. And this is a reminder for myself as well today. It's not too late. You are not behind. You are not starting from scratch. You are starting from huge amounts of life experience, particularly if you're starting later in life. And I've seen people rebuilding in their 40s, 50s, 60s and 70s. And I've found comfort in those stories because I'm also seeing people that have life all figured out at 30s and 40s. And me entering late 40s, I don't feel like that. So over the coming months, I'll be sharing what I'm learning as I rebuild this new chapter. And it will be messy. There will be changes. It will be messy because I really don't know where I'm going yet. And this YouTube is the start of experimenting in something else. And I will be building a new chapter from business, creativity, motherhood, personal growth, routines and mindsets, reality of starting again, and sharing some of my business tips and tricks along the way as well. So if there's something you would like to see from me, if there's something you know from me, if you've seen this channel before and it was previously our business account, so I have appeared on that before, but this is a start of a new personal journey. And welcome. Let's walk this walk together, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.